Hey everybody, just before we get started, I just want to mention that I am trying some new lighting today. What you see is a halo behind me is actually a ring light that I bought and I'm experimenting with. It doesn't really affect much of what we're doing. It's just a distraction on occasion. I will try to get that fixed in the next video, but I'm still playing with it. So I'm trying to experiment with new stuff. So just keep that in mind. For more than a month, the Shadow Kingdom has surrounded your fortress at Valeria's southern border with hordes of monsters and mighty engines of war. The Queen of Valeria has sent word that her forces are engaged in the battle for the north and cannot provide assistance. Your supplies are nearly exhausted, and starving and suffering citizens are close to despair. You've rallied your soldiers and holy troops to meet the monster's kin's latest surge. But if you cannot break the siege in 7 days, your fortress wall will fall, and the southern border of the realm will crumble before the onslaught of monsters. Do you have what it takes to defend the castle? Hi everybody, my name is Harry Jacobs and I am the North of 60 Gamer, and welcome. And today we are looking at one of a triplet of games from the Valeria stable, Siege of Valeria, which is a solo-only game provided by Daily Magic as part of the Valeria series. And you know I am a crazy man for Valeria. I have all the games. They are simple to play. Basically, you have magic and you have strength and sometimes potions, and you toss them and you toss dice, and you know how I like dice games. So this is an epic tower defense game, and I'm not usually big into tower defense games, but today, because it's a Valeria game, we're going to play it. And this is from Glenn Flattery, and the artist is, well, like Mihailo Dmitrievsky. I hope I pronounced that right. But let's go down to the table and take a look at what has come in from this Kickstarter and get it set up and play on the table. So as I've said, this is one of 3 games that came in, and this is the one I'm most interested in because it's a solo-only tower defense game, and I am looking for something to take to my cruise in a couple of months because we are off to England via UK. So this is what I might take with me. So I think we should open the box. What do you think? Well, since you can't say yes or no, I'm going to open the box. So here we go. This is the main box, and it looks like we have a campaign with lots more cards. Now, there look like some weird cards sizes in here. It looks like they're square and European, and oh my gosh. Such an array of cards all over the place anymore. And I'm a big one for card standardization. So what do we have here? We have the rules, of course. Now, generally, the rules aren't that huge. Ooh, these look like 70 by 7. Ooh, 60 by 60. Damn, I don't know if I have 60 by 60. And we have some mini heroes. And we have our board. So that's all there is in the box right now. And of course, we have some chits. And we have dice. So very simple in terms of what is in the box. I always like the art here. And then we've got, looks like one of our heroes. We get heroes when we destroy catapults and things like that. So, and this is just the base game, of course. And then we have something in this siege box here. So let's just get that open and see what's in there as well. We have some siege rules, by the looks of it. The campaign story. We got cards and more monsters. Ooh. I think those are the 41s. I hope they're 41s because I really don't have a lot. Oh, we have a little doohickey here. Okay. So the first mission for me is to find whether I have the right size sleeves or not, because I don't think I do. In which case then we're going to have to place an order. If these are 70 by 70s, I think we're good. So anyway, we'll discover that in a minute. So here we are. We're just about ready to set up. You can see I have my tokens. The flame tokens will go here in these spots. You can't really see them that well here, but 3 spots. If we ever cover all 3, we're not going to be able to put our champions down to protect. If we ever get 4th damage, we lose the game. So 1, 2, 3. Now you can remove damage either through some of these champions cards or using your dice. So we're just going to put that up here for a moment. Then what we're going to do is we have our event cards, we have our champions, we have our starting pool of 5 red, 2 blue, or 5 strength, 2 holy or magic, and we have some extra dice here if we should need them. Here what we're going to do is take our siege engines, and we're going to give them a bit of a shuffle. And then we're going to take 5 of them and put them at the top right now. 1, 2, 3. We may have to 4 and 5. Now they more or less should line up to these right here. Okay, so that's what we're looking to do. There we are. Adjust the lighting so it's not quite as bad. Okay, then what we're going to do is take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the game, which leaves us basically 8, and that's going to be a stack of reinforcements. The idea of this game, of course, is for us to destroy all the siege engines. And the more siege engines we destroy, of course, the better off we are. But at the end of the day, if they do get through our fortress, we will lose the game. Then we are going to take our monsters. So we're just going to put these off to the side a little bit. And then we're going to take our various monsters. For those who are familiar with the Valeria, the typical, it takes 3 monsters. These are also double for cards that I will use in the game. And we'll adjust this in a minute. And basically what we're going to do is let's just give this a good shuffle, because I'm not quite sure. I think I gave this a good shuffle the other day. Oh, I don't think I did. No, I did not. So I'm just going to take a moment to give it a good shuffle. They are a little bit better shuffled now. I used my magic trick, but I didn't do it on screen. We'll just give them another little shuffle. Now what we're basically going to do is do 4 rows here. We may have to move these up just a little bit. Whoops. There we go. And you can see strength users versus magic users. Okay. So the first row down here is the Vanguard. And I'll show you that in a sec. So the Vanguard is going to attack this way. And any time I don't eliminate a card in a turn, any of these down here, they're going to do a damage to our wall, right? And of course, the idea is to not take damage, of course. Let me just see if we can tighten that up a bit. We're going to adjust that up just a little bit. Make a little adjustment here. Now you can see it. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to take 2 of these out of the game, and the rest are going to go up here for reinforcements. So this game is all about the siege engines, though. We have to destroy all the siege engines, which are here. And they're going to constantly march up on us. Now, one of the things about the siege engines, and let's just bring one of these cards up here, is that they're only good for certain rows. So if you see the red here, you can see that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, that's the Vanguard, then 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can see in these 3 rows, they don't do anything. And then if they get to row 1 or 2, load in one of the adjacent troop cards. Load in one adjacent troop card. We'll have to take a look at what that means. They are in the book. But in some cases, they'll add strength. You can see here, again, say, forfeit a dice and one of your champions. So if it gets in range of 1 and 2. So looks like we've got a fairly easy time of it because most of these aren't going to be in order. Now the thing is, I can't really attack them till they're in rows 1 or 2. So we're going to have all these monsters to go through. Now, one of the things we do also is we take 2 into our hand, 2 of the monsters in our hand, because they have things on them. So if we look down here, this says flip 1 dice to the opposite side, and this one says plus or minus to 1 dice. So they're going to help us, and then we will discard them as we go. If we ever run out of these and do not destroy all of those, the siege engines, we lose the game. So basically, that is what is going on the board here. And then we're going to roll our dice, and hopefully we'll do some damage without dying horrible deaths. So to kill, like say this guy here, it would take 5 strength. Let's just bring that up here. So this is a strength based, and that is a 5 strength. Now holy damage can be holy or strength. So like all Valeria games, the blue can be used, and we have some blue out here. So we're going to have a 4 and a 5 here. Now this one's a good one because if you can spend 2 on an overkill, spend plus 2 holy. So basically if I get 6 holy here, I can overkill an adjacent siege engine up here. Sorry. So if I spend an overkill here, which means, if I killed this guy and gave it 8, and with using 2 blue extra, we could actually kill the adjacent crap. If this was here, if that was here and the catapult was here. So that's a big advantage to us. But that is the setup, a very, very quick setup. This is a very solo board game. Reminds me very solitaire oriented. It's tower defense. And that is what we're going to have to take care of. Well, we are ready to go. We have our fortress set up. We have our grid. We have 20 monsters and 5 siege engines. We have the siege engines that are going to come on as we eliminate these siege engines. And we have our reinforcements, we have our events, and we have our champions. So we are ready to go. We have taken 2 cards, as you can see, and we'll be using them for their bottom powers. And this one says gain and roll a dice. And this says flip 1 to the opposite side. So first thing we do is we're going to roll our dice. Now, if you recall, this one here, you can see it's good from all the rows, and it says re-roll 1 5. So if I get a single 5, which we have, oh, look at that roll. This is absolutely terrible. And we'll have to re-roll the 5. So we do our next phase according to our, here is our catapult phase. And we got to re-roll our 5. Let's go for a 6. Well, we got another 5. So that's okay. Then we're going to take an event. And these are generally not 100% good. And this says, move 1 active blue dice to your spent dice pool. And this is spell sickness. So we take this and it goes into our pool. It's gone. So the first thing I will say is if you're not into random games with random dice, probably not going to be a game for you. Gain and roll a red dice. Well, that's a good one to start with. So that'll give us an extra red dice at the very least. Oh, a 6. Okay. Oh, we have a 6 here. We have a 5. Okay. This one says, flip a dice to the opposite side. Well, we can't afford to take hits too early, so we're going to take this and make this a 6. We have a 7, we have a 5, a 4. So we have a 4. We're not going to be able to take care of everybody, unfortunately. We have we can do a 7 and a 9. Okay, so we have assigned our dice to the various monsters here. and then we're going to resolve it. Now, the first thing we're going to do is, when we don't kill a monster, is that he is going to bounce onto the wall, damage it, and of course he goes away into the pile over here. Everybody else comes to me and goes into my hand for use on our next turn. Whoops, there we are. They go in my hand. Everybody moves down because the Vanguard is a continuous horde of monsters. It's like just watching a really bad movie, and there's all kinds of bad guys just rushing the poor tower. Our catapults and siege engines roll down. We put 4 more on. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Fortunately, and 5. So we have 5 more monsters. If this deck ever runs out, we're going to lose the game, by the way. And the idea really is to kill all the catapults. We have to kill all the catapults. Mathematically, I'm assured that it actually does work. Okay, so we're going to roll our dice. Lots of 6s this time. That's good. We're going to have to re-roll a 5, which is fine. It's because from this one, because he's there. Nobody else has. So we roll that. Whoops. We'll roll it officially in the thing. Oh, there's a 4. Now, let's take a look what we got here. Let's see. We've got some options here. We have a gain and roll 1. Oh. Okay, so we want to take care of this one. This one is a nice one because it's going to give me a blue dice and a champion. So let's do that. So here's a 5 and a 4. We are going to have a... This is such an overkill. Block the effect of one of these. Flip that. I thought we had an 8 here. So we have an 8. That takes care of that. Double the value. That's a good one. 6, 6. That's a 3. It's an overkill. Oh, this is a 5. Okay. Oh, that's okay, because I can use a 6 here. Blue can always be used. We have a 3. I wonder if it's better to fix that, because that or block the effect. I'm not worried about blocking effects right this moment. We can always use a dice to repair. So I'm going to use one of these dice to repair. That is the end of the game, of course, or end of the turn. Oh, and we didn't take an event. Always forgetting about the event. Shaman's Ritual. Add 2 to the furthest. So we're going to add 2 magic to one of these. We're going to just furthest. We'll just put it on this guy. 14, 14, 10, 8. I'll just put it on there for now. And that's going to increase that. Okay, so we're going to take him off. We're going to do our damage. We are going to take all our dice off. Take our cards. And then we're going to move down our troops. Not my troops, actually. This is like solitaire. It just keeps building and building and building. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a magic. 5. We're going to roll our dice. We're going to get 6 of these, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Not bad. We will have to re-roll a 5 due to him. Let's go for a 6. 3. The catapult we did, we're going to do on our event, which we remembered finally. Events are usually not that good. Okay, add 2 strength to the strongest Vanguard in the Vanguard. Who's this? 2, 6, 6. This is the strongest. So he is now functionally an 8. So let's just start to see what we have here, because we have catapults getting close here. We have +1 dice, flip a dice to the opposite side, double the value of a dice. This one we definitely want. Gain and roll 1 blue dice. Okay, that's going to be helpful for us. That's a 4, and we're going to gain a champion. So when we gain a champion, we're going to just take our top champion here, and it says +2 against the magic. +2 strength against the magic. Okay, well, that's probably not bad. Oh, spend 2 strength for an overkill. Reroll any number of unused dice. We're going to need these 2 for sure, and we can actually maybe even wipe them out. Let's just see here. We got a there for no particular reason. We have a couple of weak ones here. We got a 3. He's 6. He's 8. So we can go there. We can let this ride. I think actually we can kill them all. Mathematically, we have just killed them all. We take no damage whatsoever. Just move them off to the side, and all of those are ours. The problem, of course, now is, as you can see, just about every one of these guys is going to be in range, unfortunately, which is going to be hard, but we have some adjacencies, so we might be able to do something. This could be a very, very quick game. Here we are. All our catapults are in range, basically, at this point. And this one I'm going to need a 10 to kill. But the horde is still coming. It doesn't stop. It's just... Ugh. I think this is what makes it interesting, because it just doesn't stop. We haven't killed 1 catapult yet, which is not a good thing because they're all in range. And some of these powers that they have are awful, just awful. So we are going to roll all our dice. We have a ton of dice. We still have 1 damage here. Oh, this one will go. I can get another red dice. Oh, we don't have any 5s. Oh, we do have a 5. All right. So we're going to start over here, and it says lower each one of these by 1. Oh, see, oh, he's not in the front row yet, so he's still 5. That's good. Or 4, I should say. Okay, this says re-roll the 5, which we did. We'll re-roll our 5 into a 1. Yay. Load in 1 adjacent troop card. So that means that any one of these troops can now go onto the siege engine. If we do this, we could attack it. So let's put him, because it'll put these guys on the front. Okay. Forfeit 1 of your dice and forfeit a dice and a champion. Boy, that's... And this says load in 1 adjacent troop card. Well, that actually isn't terrible, because even though these are in the vanguard, these are now on the front, even though they're not in the vanguard. So we could probably try to take care of them a little bit, though it's going to be a pain in the butt. That's a 2. Okay, what do we need here? We just need a 2. So I'm going to use this one to bump it by 1 to make that a 2. And now we just need an 8 to get rid of that. Let's just see what we have here. It says re-roll any number of unused die. I don't know. Gain and roll a red. Okay, that's spent, but we're going to put that there and gain another red. 2. Ha, ha, ha. But that's... So I got an 8. That's good, because we can attack him because he's in the front. We need a 2 and a 3. We need a 6 here. I wonder if we can do an overkill. spend 2 on an overkill because it got blue magic. And that actually goes on that. So we've taken care of that. So we need a 8 and a 4. We're going to take hits all across here though. But if we kill and if we do an overkill, we can get rid of one or more of these, and that one is nasty. So let's use this. Spend 2 to overkill an adjacent. So this is 2, so we use 4. That's going to overkill it. And then we use that for 8. And that card is gone. So we're still going to take damage. Here, here, and here. However, these guys are gone because they've just smashed into the wall, and our archers and boiling order is taking care of them. The problem is now we're going to move. So we can kill an adjacent. So we're actually going to take care of one. We're going to take care of 3 of these. They're both worth 10. So we're going to take care of this one. This is mine. This one. And this one. So that was a good turn for us. We're going to take 3 champions. 1. This guy says is a +2 magic against magic. This says remove all tokens from 1 card. That's a good one. And this one says 2 against strength. Okay. Problem is, of course, these guys keep on marching. However, we also have to know that there's more siege engines. There's plenty more siege engines. And in fact, in the rows in which we don't have any siege engines, we're going to put siege engines in. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And, oops, this one's backward, upside down. This one's good. Oh, look at that. But he doesn't come into play yet. And what's worse is these guys don't stop. 1, 2, 3. And basically, we're going to be out of these cards. So we didn't kill all of these things by the end of the game. So we're going, if we have a couple cards left, we have to figure out how to kill all these, or we're not going to be able to do it. Let's see what we have here. Attack any non-front card. Let's roll our dice first. Okay. We have a ton of dice. They say mathematically we can do this. I don't believe it, but let's just roll a dice. We have a 5, but we don't have that one. Oh yeah, we do. So we have a couple of 5s, lots of 5s. 6. We're going to have to see. Maybe I should have done a better job using more of my cards. We have to re-roll a 5. Okay, we'll re-roll that one to a 1. Okay. Now, the siege engines. This is lower everyone by 1. Oh, that's a 2 now. That's a 2 now. That's a 2 now. That's a 4. That's a 5. Another 5. Can't lower that. Okay, so we've lowered that. Next, we've got to re-roll the 5s, which we did. Anybody up here? Oh yeah, discard one of these and flip another one over. Well, we'll discard this guy and flip this guy over. Huh. That's the effect of this card right here. We'll just bring that up. Oops. Right there. You can see that's nasty. These are nasty. Okay. Oh, and then we get an event. An event says Foresight. Look at the top 3. Then return them in any order. Top 3 what? Oh, siege cards. Okay, well, we can do that one. I guess they're not all bad. Put them in any order. Put them in nastiness here. I don't think it's going to be... Oh, and this... Oh, yeah, I don't think that really matters. Okay. I don't think we have a lot here. Let's just see here. Change 1 to a 6. We're going to have to do something big here. So we'll change this 1 to a 6. Yay. Attack any non-front card. Wow, those are so expensive. Add +2 to any magic one. So let's just see if we can do an overkill here. Do we have an overkill? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, a +2 to overkill. Oh, okay. Any adjacent, I'd have to... Oh, I could attack... Oh, that might be a good one to do. Oh, I can gain and roll a red dice. That's good. Ooh, a 5. Whoops, not official. Not official if it doesn't land there. Oh, 6, even better. Okay. Reroll any number of unused dice. Oh, there we go. We're going to reroll these 3 2s. Now, 5, 5, and a 1. That's not bad. We can double the value of a dice. Oh, that's nice. So we could put a 5 on... Discard 1. This one here is a 14 there. I would need a 7. Wow. Well, he's not going to bother us next turn either. Double the dice, so we're going to put a 5 on one of these guys with this one here. So we're going to put a 5 here. Takes care of that. Reroll it, we don't need that. Spend 2 to overkill. Attack any non-front card. If we don't, we're not going to win this, but we'll just take it to the end here. And attack any non-front card. Oh, we can change this to a 6. Well, so far so good. Reroll any number of news. Spend 2 to overkill. Attack any non-front card. Oh, we could try to attack. Oh, he's a 14. That's 10. Okay, so there's 4. Double the dice. So that's doubled. So we've killed him. We'll just put him on the side. Then spend overkill. So if we can, and then attack any non-front card. We could overkill this 2. Put this here 3. And that is going to help us basically destroy this guy. There we go. So these guys are going to go. Spend 2 to overkill an adjacent or magic. Spend 2 to overkill. That's not bad. So I could conceivably do this. He's going to got a power 5. And we can do the overkill here. So we'll just put him just like that so he knows that he's an overkill. That's a 14. Don't have another double. I'm really not going to be able to... we might survive one more turn. So this is lower each value by 1. He's a 14. Okay, we can use this as a wild, as you know. We have a couple 6s. We have a 6 here. And we can repair damage. We could hit, in theory, these 2, but it's not going to do anything. So let's just repair damage. So we've done quite well, except I don't think it's good enough. So we're going to take our dice off. So this catapult is gone, which is going to give us a champion. Not that I don't think it's going to help. And this guy goes into our hand. We've overkilled these guys, so these guys can go into our hand. Little fiddly bits. And we'll just put that there, put that there. We've killed this guy, which means we're going to get another champion. Oops, got 2 here. Okay. +2 against magic users. And we've got this guy here, which gives us a 4th champion, plus or minus any 1 red dice. Problem is, of course, everything is going to move up. Okay, we don't have any catapults here, here, and here. And look at this. We can survive 1 more turn. Oh no, we do. We survive 1 more turn. 1, 2, and 3. How we're going to get to these catapults, I have no idea. I don't think we have anything that's going to double the value, block the effect of 1 catapult. We could, in theory, let these come down, but if I don't, double the value, gain another red dice, gain another blue dice. I think we only have, that's what we look like here. Attack any non. I could basically just attack him to bring him down, but as soon as we try to do that. So anyway, we can add cards to our hand right away. So I did sort of get that wrong in the playthrough. So I don't think it would have affected the game, but so just to let you know that I do get that wrong, is that they should be going into my hand immediately. But anyway, let's roll our dice because we're not dead yet. So this could help us here. So we have a 6, a 6, a 5, and a 1. Okay, we have a ton of cards here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to attack him for 4, which gives us this ability to attack any non-front card. Oh, and we didn't do an effect. Does anybody have an effect? No. And we should have done an event. Okay, add 2 strength to the closest. He's the closest, or 2 of them are closest. Okay. Now that we have attack a non-flying creature, he's 14 way down there. I don't think we're going to make it. We can re-roll any number of unused dice. So we got a couple of 1s. Oh, and we got a 1 there. Oh, there we are, 6, 2, 5. That's better. Attack any non-front card. That'd be a 16 way down there. 14, 13. So the only thing, if we let everything go, the only thing is that this guy's going to move down. I could get rid of one of these far. So let's do that. And we'll take some damage along the front here, unfortunately. So let's off that one. He's 13. So we're going to take... there's 13 based on this guy. Then we're going to use 3 of our dice. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it doesn't matter because I don't have anything to refill, right? Because I've killed this guy. He moves down, but there's no... so we've killed that chart. Anything else we can do here? Not really. There's really nothing I can do. So, other than try to... even if I repair these, which I could, or I could kill more monsters. Oh, well, let's see. Can we kill more monsters? Does this gain another attack, gain a blue? It doesn't help unless I have this one, which says swap 2 adjacent cards. I could try to get this closer, but that doesn't help. There is nothing here that's going to help me attack any non-front card. That would be a good one to have, but unfortunately it's way back there, and I don't think anything here is going to help. Plus or minus 2 against that. No, no. I could use this to give me back that dice. Or is that still a 12? Oh no, it's still a 13. And put the 2 here. Well, I could. Well, if I look at it this way, I mean, if I'm going to die, I mean, I could take care of this guy. Oh, this becomes a front card. Just need a 4. This lets me attack any non-front card. It's 12. I could double the value of one of these. Okay, so we're going to double the value of this to give it a 12. I need a 14. 12 plus this would be 14. Okay. No, I need plus 2 is 16. So that's 12, 13. No, okay. We're going to double the value of this one. Is 6. I don't have that, so makes it 12. I could do this. Attack any number, double the value of one of my dice. Pretty much. Anything else here? Plus 2 to overkill. Oh. So if I did this, it's not going to matter because I got a 6 and a 4. So I could do something like this. Take these back and say, I'm not going to use this. Give it a 4 and a 4. I need 2 to overkill. And adjacent. So no, I think we're basically back to doing that. And I don't think there's anything else that's going to help us here. No. Okay, I don't think there's anything here that's going to help us. Or plus or minus dice. So I could play him to make him a 4. There we go. But I need the 2 for the overkill, so we can do the overkill on him. So basically what we're going to do is do that. We'll overkill. We can overkill the guy behind him. We've killed these 2. And that's pretty much it. I don't think we can do anything else at this point. These would attack. So we'd get here, here, and here. So all these guys would come into my hand, of course, if we follow the rules. And then everything with all the Vanguards guys are coming down. The problem is that we have nothing to refill, basically. So we can come down here, you can come down here, come down here, come down here, come down here. So we would need 2 more siege engines, which were the last two siege engines, which is nice that we can get them on there. The problem is I have no more monsters, and that is the end of the game. So pretty quick, I think. Other than I made that one mistake where I can put them right into my hand. I don't know how much it would have really affected the game that much. Probably a little bit more helpful, but it was quick. So I think it's time for final thoughts. Final thoughts. Siege of Valeria. This is the first solo-only effort in this series. All the other games are soloable, but this one is the first solo entry. As a tower defense, I think I came close. And in fact, I think you can look it up in the book and it'll tell you how well we did, depending on how many siege engines we have. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We did 8 siege engines. So how badly did we lose? 2, undefeated. The captain of the watch, seeing the defeat in advance, enlisted the aid of the steward of the fortress to sneak at you out through this tunnel. So we have 2 to 5 undefeated siege engines. So we had to sneak out before the end of the fight. but we still lost. So in terms of mechanics, this game it's 5-5-5. 5 minutes to set up, 5 minutes to learn, 5 minutes to tear down. I think this is a really good effort. The components are what you expect from a Valeria game. I'm not sure about the square choice of cards, the 70 by 70 millimeter, but it works. I had sleeves for them because I have sleeves for just about every size except for the one size that I can't get in Canada, and that's like the 90 by 125. They have them on Etsy, but $50 is shipping for 5 packs of cards that are $5 each, so $25 and $50 for shipping. I don't know what these shippers are thinking, but I digress because this isn't an editorial about shipping. So, all in all, the rules are well laid out. It takes you through it very, very quickly. This game is very straightforward, as you saw. You basically roll your dice, do a siege engine, take the damage or do whatever the siege engine tells you to do an event, play your cards, take these in your hand, keep playing until you can't do anything more, and then just keep going and repeat. Now, maybe if I had not taken things into my hand, I might have been able to get the siege engines closer and get those last 2 on earlier. That may have affected the game, but overall, I don't think it's an overly blooper. So I like the rules, I like the mechanics, I like the fact that it's soloable, I like the fact that it's probably about a 20-minute game now. It might be a bit longer on the editing because, of course, that I'm talking and showing things. But overall, I really like it. I give this, really 2 thumbs up. I think this is a great little game into the Valeria series. There's 2 other ones that came in. One of them is a roll and write, and the other one is a 2 to 6 player game, which I'm looking forward to trying. But other than that, that is it. I'm going to clean this up, and we're going to get this out to the editing and get it out. But it is a fun game. One of the things I'd like to say is that if you really enjoy this content or this has been meaningful for you, please hit the subscribe button, but it's very important to me to have you as a subscriber. A, because it just shows appreciation, and I don't want you to miss content. My content is improving. I've got a camera coming. Ooh, I can't wait to a Sony ZH-1, which is a specific camera that's with a wide-angle lens, which is going to allow me to really get down and focus on games a bit better than my Brio here. So I'm very excited about that. So without further ado, I'm going to leave you now. Please hit the swirly subscribe on the way out, which means hit the subscribe at the bottom, and hope you enjoyed what I showed you here of Siege of Valeria. See you next time. My name is Harry Jacobs.